just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away? Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Powe. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Powe 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Powe. Thanks for listening. Looking to start your own radio show? Or maybe you'd like to be a guest on one of our current shows. You may even want to tell us what a great job we're doing or how we can do better. Simple solution. Email any requests, bookings, or suggestions to power108.9 at gmail.com. That's POWER 108.9. Now let's get you back to the show. This is your new favorite internet radio, Powe 108.9.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, Michael McFadden here. If you are a college student looking for a computer science tutor, or you want to learn how to code, then enroll into CAM School. Only at CAM School will you be immersed in a proven tutoring system dedicated to its students, guaranteed to help you get a B or better. Pressure from midterms and finals will be a thing of the past. Become a competent coder and stand out from your competition. CAM School will solidify your computer science and coding skills. Visit the website camschool.io. That's KAMSCHOOL for a free consultation. Tell them that you heard it on Power 108.9.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Mommy. Cheers and Happy New Year. It is Thursday, and that means you are listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and I know that I truly missed you guys, and I hope that you all brought in the new year on a positive note and ready to take this new year on. We're about to take this new year on, big and great things happening for you, and I hope they're happening for me. I know they're going to happen for me. I hope they happen for you as well. I need to give a shout out today to my niecey Powe, Jada Boo, who turned 18 today, as well as my old friend from Spelman, Kara Brown. Happy birthday. We have a great, great show in store for you. I have my special guest today. We have the Royce Morgan, a.k.a. also known as your favorite Uncle Royce, as well as Miss Andrea, your favorite celebrity makeup artist, stylist, mogul in the fashion industry, mother, all of the above. And we're going to get to talk to them, but they're going to join me today as we talk about friends, family, and forgiveness. Are we forgiving in this new year? Or y'all still on this, in the new year 2020, we throwing this whole friend away. Are we still on that? What we gonna do? And of course, you know I've got that 7:30 crazy for you today, as well as What Was Sensei. And I got my new intro song, a little snippet for you. I want you to listen to it, let me know what you think. And then we'll be airing that starting next Thursday. I miss y'all. Make sure you share on your page, okay? And make sure you stay tuned in. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much. What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. You know that you broke the law. Go at your mother, you crazy. You know crazy like the 7:30 crazy. You know this is supposed to be like. Just say, come through, help you out. This is what it is, cause you know you need it right now. You in tune to the best of the best. From the east to the west, yeah, she hold it down. This is Syndy B.
This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening. to start your own radio show? Or maybe you like to be a guest on one of our current shows. You may even want to tell us what a great job we're doing or how we can do better. Simple solution. Email any requests, bookings, or suggestions to power108.9 at gmail.com. That's POWER 108.9. Now let's get you back to the show. This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help
He'll
their
show you
clients
on the-
achieve
on the
better
break.
credit.
Or maybe
How?
just give it to 'em,
Late
'cause you're not
payments,
using this
fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Once again, Happy New Year, and I missed y'all. Now I have my guests in the building. You know they want CP time. No, I'm just kidding. They were stuck in that Marietta traffic. That Marietta traffic. But I got your favorite uncle, Mr. Royce Morgan. Say hey to the people.
Good evening, good people.
And we have Miss Andrea, the diva.
Hey, yes.
The diva. Say hey to the people.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Okay, we're going to dive right in. So our topic today, is family, friends, and forgiveness. So we're going
We're gonna
to
talk
go
about
right in on friends and forgiveness first. Because you know what, Drea? Do you know me and Roy's story? He blocked me, y'all. On Instagram. He blocked me. Yes, he did.
Why you block her?
See, what had happened
What
was...
had happened?
What had happened was
Uncle Royce was going through a not so dark time. Well, not so light time in his life. And if you listened last time, I explained that.
okay.
So, like I said, my lovely sister Syndy B and I, we had connected on Instagram.
Yes.
And a lesson I didn't know at the time was my good sister Darlene McCoy told me, well, Royce, people feel like they know you. But Royce didn't know this at the time. So Royce had made a post, which my good sister, she reminded me greatly. She had the receipts and the screenshots and everything to show me what it was because I didn't remember.
And you know we keep receipts.
We
Yes.
keep them receipts.
all of them. I'm like,
Okay, let me read the post.
Read the
Because you know I
post.
got my receipts.
She got the post.
Okay. Appreciate that person in your life that stays with your dumb ass through all the BS you put them through and loves you despite your faults. That was the post.
Okay.
That was the post. Okay, go ahead.
yes, that was a post. Now, I was coming from a place of friends and family who've been around for years. Now, not knowing that my post can be seen from another perspective,
Yes.
Syndy B came with her perspective, which was,
The relationship coach side as
Okay.
my profession.
Right.
So seeing that, and we've interacted on social media. We didn't know each other personally,
Got you.
but have been interacting a lot. And so I'm like, okay, coming from the relationship coach side, it's like, no, you cannot let people wear you down.
You can't.
You can't. So I've made a simple comment because I usually don't go unless I'm just gassing up my friends or something. I don't
Right.
go into a long post, if I disagree with something. So I just was like, no, not me. Not me. I can't do it.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So, I noticed when I came back, you get those alerts that other people are commenting and stuff. And I was like, where's my comment at? And so he deleted my comment.
You deleted the comment. Why you delete the comment?
I deleted the comment. I was still in my perspective, and I thought she was coming after me.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
so
took it, you took
yeah,
it
I was in that bag.
That's right.
Okay.
Me being a communicator, I send him a message. I say, I saw you deleted my message. What's wrong?
Right.
Because I'm a communicator. Let's talk this thing out because obviously he misinterpreted what I said.
That's
Girl.
happened to me before. That's happened to me.
He did not even respond. He just blocked.
I was in a whole F the world phase in my life at that time.
Yes.
I was still coming out of the darkness.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't seen the light just yet.
Okay. And you didn't know that.
No, because I
But you
definitely didn't
have
know.
to share that because how they gonna know you coming out of darkness?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why I reached out to him like, okay, you never know how he took it. Let me talk to him. But he wasn't even trying to hear it.
Trying to hear that.
Then, let me pull out the other receipt.
Shut up.
So, I've not been blocked before. So, I go on my husband's account and I look to see if anything was said afterwards. And here are the following posts. Three after, right after. We must always remember that getting attention is not the same as getting respect.
Oh.
Many things get attention but are not worthy of respect. Post number 1. Then right after that, post number 2. It's comical when someone is such a sloppy ass person. They slip into their own pile of SHIT from running their mouth too much.
And people love me being negative back then, too, sadly.
You know how that is.
Mhm.
And then the last one
I'm
where
sipping my tea.
okay. And so then the last one where I was like, okay, well, there's no saving that. Let me just move on. It was a picture of him with his middle finger up, and it said, to that one dumbass that always comments with something negative, off the wall SHIT in the comments of a post just to get a response.
Give me your hand, bruh. Give me your hand. You know I
Just
love you. This
whoop
my
it.
bruh.
Just
This
go
my
on, whoop
bruh.
it. She about to
This
get
my
you.
bruh. 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 But we done cleared all that now.
Oh, yeah, that's all
Well,
good.
that's
and
all
gone.
good. It's all clear. Let me tell you something, bruh.
Yes, yes.
Tell him
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Your hand's so soft, too.
That
Gotta be
lotion.
soft, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm always shampooing somebody's hair. That's
Oh,
right.
okay, I know, right?
So, bruh,
Yeah.
you gotta let go of the hurt sometimes. I understand. But sis was only coming, she was only coming,
I was coming from a good place.
from a good
This was 2000. This was beginning of the year 2008.
Oh,
18.
18. Sorry.
18.
Sorry.
I'm about to say,
Oh, God,
oh,
no,
okay.
we didn't go that. We didn't go
Okay.
that long.
We didn't go that long. No,
Sorry.
no.
2018. Fast forward.
Fast forward
I'll let you take it from there.
a whole full circle moment we
Yes.
go. So I'm hosting this event with, Miss Tori Boatman. I said she had a wonderful book out.
And then she was one of my guests right before the end of the school year. I mean, school year. Kids on my mind.
Okay.
Right at the end of the year of last year, 2019.
Yes.
She was a guest.
Yeah, she was a guest, and I happened to be hosting the event.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I was first invited as a guest on the show. So Tori had sent me, a DM, let me know the show. So I'm like, okay, let me take a look at everything. So I go to Syndy's page. I'm like, why is she blocked? I don't even remember 2018.
Right.
I'm just going like, why is she blocked? Okay, I'm like, well, let me unblock the lady. I don't know what happened, but okay. So here we go. So I unblocked Syndy B. Even I tell her happy birthday and everything. 'Cause her birthday had just passed. I was just being, nice about it. I'm like,
He was making some sprinkles on the social media.
yes, because I didn't even know. So
Right.
we get to the event, and I'm there, and I see Syndy B is like sitting right there on the front couch. I'm like, hey,
Mind you,
Syndy,
we
how
haven't
you doing?
talked. We haven't
talked.
spoken about the whole situation.
Yes,
haven't
so
spoken.
we haven't spoken. So
And also, my husband knows. And so he asked me right before going to the event, he was like, are you going to bring it up? And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to bring it up and it come off like
Right.
I'm being dramatic. So I was
Right.
like, I don't know. I really don't know.
right,
okay.
she thought I was gonna be like, what do you mean?
Okay.
So yeah,
or
so
like,
yeah, she
leave it
want that.
alone. Leave it
So,
alone,
Yeah, so the event went well. So Syndy and I, we just basically
Right.
we connected like we were long lost siblings. Conversation was easy, like we had known each other our whole lives. Then in the middle of conversation, she comes, you hurt my feelings though. So of course I'm thinking
You
in my head,
couldn't let it go. You couldn't let it go. You was
I'm
just
a
like,
communicator. If we,
Right.
it's because we vibed. So he was on stage and hosting, and he, could- I am a softie for people who call me Sid. They know my real name is Syndy,
Right.
but they call me Sid. My dad's name is Sydney.
Right.
And so he's on the stage. He was like, Sid, tell me something, you know. And so then at some point he comes off the stage and he walks towards me. And this is like during the event. And I stand up and I give him a hug. And to me, in my family, we don't apologize.
That's
we just,
forgiveness.
we just hug it out,
Hug
and
it out.
that's the apology right there.
Yes. But you know what? The forgiveness wasn't to you and wasn't to you. It was for both of y'all.
That's right. That's right.
Even though I didn't know what the forgiveness was at the moment.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah, because we hadn't talked at that point when he did that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then I had to say, because we were vibing that whole night. If we developed a friendship beyond that, I can't not say anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, to me, you know, I'm such a lighthearted person, and unless you just push me, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you hurt my feelings. And he was like, what?
like, what I do? I'm like, I'm
Right.
thinking in the back of my head, like, please don't let her ask me. why she
And I was
blocked
like,
us.
you
I
know
don't
you blocked me.
remember.
Yes.
I was like, you blocked me. And then we talked about the time frame, and then, we've been kicking it since.
Did y'all take a cool little picture at that event or something?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Y'all was hugging, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. That was that event.
I'm about to say, you gonna pull it up? You gonna pull up the picture?
I know, right?
You gonna pull up the picture? Yes.
No, I have
Forgiveness
a
is
better
most
meme
definitely
to pull
liberating,
up.
but
Oh,
it's
see
not.
that
yeah,
meme,
yeah,
Royce?
yeah.
That's true. That is true.
I see that.
What did your person say?
They said forgiveness is most definitely liberating, but it's not always easy.
That is the
Man of
truth.
God, Dro.
That is
Amen.
the truth. Thank you, man of God.
Yes.
Forgiveness is
Rap
not
CEO.
easy.
CEO.
It's not.
Yes, amen.
Especially if, like, for instance, if either one of us were not receptive to it,
Right.
and when you just are so hard-hardened that you just can't be in the other person's perspective, like, what you think?
I think some things are forgiving, and some things you just gonna leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go.
Do you
And
forgive or you just leave it alone?
I'm gonna forgive you for that, but I ain't got to fool with you, and I ain't got to
That
talk
part.
to you, and I ain't got to see you.
That part right there.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's some things I just went through.
Okay.
Just went through that.
With a friend or someone you're dating?
I was dating.
Ooh, we're going to talk about that. Let me write that down. I don't want to forget. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was dating.
Before we get on the relationship part of,
Right.
of forgiveness, do you all have any friends that you lost, maybe when you were younger, not necessarily young, but like 20s, early 20s, mid-20s, even, early 30s, where you feel like I should have forgiven them because we were really close?
No, because I everybody that I've lost, I hope and pray to God that they knew that I love them.
Okay.
But I didn't lose them, and we were mad at each other.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
What about you, Royce?
Now, with me, I will say I'm in such an elevated place in my life now that anything that happened back then, I look at it as water under the bridge. I kind of feel like forgiveness is, if me holding on to something, it's like me holding a hot coal, and I'm burning myself, like I said, waiting to burn them, and it's burning me worse. Yeah, just waiting to throw
Right.
that coal at them.
Right.
So I've actually had those conversations with friends, and usually when you're true friends with someone, when y'all come back together, you can have the talk, but you kind of like fall back in
Like it never
like no time has
happened.
passed.
Yes, I have my kid's godmother. We had, I don't want to call it a falling out. It was a lack of communication. So I hurt her feelings, didn't know it, and she hurt mine, didn't know it, and we went this way, but we were both hurting. And we both, we have mutual friends, so we both, at one point in time, we knew this one friend that always has a birthday gathering every year, and we both showed up just to see the other person, and literally, like, embraced and picked up as if that
Nothing
year and
happened.
a half never happened.
that's dope.
Really
But
is.
that's real, true love
That
in a
is love.
friendship.
Yes, it is.
Listen, when we come back, Drea, she's not going to escape this forgiveness story with her dating. And, of course, we got that 7:30 Crazy coming soon, too. Make sure you stay tuned in, and make sure you share on your page. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Girl is hot. I know. victim more than it does the
Hot
offender.
flashes. And stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck you, get 3 bubbles.
Right.
That was hilarious. Hey, Nelly. Hey, Greg. Hey, Erica. Hey, Tori.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Barbs.
I pinned it says it's more for the victim, also more for the offender, because bitterness is like drinking poison, expecting someone else to suffer and die from it. Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never had a problem with forgiving because I'm a logical person.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have a problem with cutting people off when I was little.
I don't believe in cutting people off.
I don't anymore, but I did because I knew that I was too much of a sacrifice
Okay.
for people that I love, and so I rather just
Oh no, see that? Okay, I'm good at that.
okay.
I just don't have to tell you I'm cutting you off. Yeah, I just walk away.
I also learned that none of us are perfect.
No, none of us are perfect.
Also,
But I ain't got a fool with you either.
give them a chance to explain that.
No, listen. You ain't got to explain. Okay.
Got it.
If you're a content creator, social media
yes, fair.
socialite,
Thank you.
influencer, or simply love to record current
I'm
events,
straight.
you need the joystick. The joystick is an
It's hot
essential
in
tool
here.
for every type of
That
digital
bathroom was
content creator.
hot.
It holds 2 or more mobile phones or
That probably
tablets,
feel good, isn't it?
allowing users to stream and record
Oh, that's
hands-free
too bad.
on
Where you at in the
multiple apps
bathroom?
simultaneously.
'Cause
And
it's
it's
warm
lightweight
in the
and portable.
bathroom.
For more
I mean, it's
information
real
or to
hot.
purchase
Oh,
your
I forgot to do
joystick
my
today,
cheers.
visit
We'll do
our
that after
website
7:30
at
break. We can take that. We got time.
www.joystick.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And right before we left for break, Andrea was telling us about a scenario that she recently went through with having to choose forgiveness with someone that she was dating. Please explain to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you see my face. I'm like,
Tell the people.
okay, so long story short,
Okay.
I found out that somebody that I was falling for,
Okay.
that I was dating, was married.
Oh. Ooh, okay. How long were you dating?
A couple of months.
Couple months.
Knew him for a couple of years.
Okay, so you knew him for a couple years and
Never
you
knew
never
him.
knew he was married.
No.
No signs.
Business. That was business. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
gotcha.
Business. So I, and I'm one that I don't like to cross boundaries.
Sure.
But I was throwing caution to the wind. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm single.
Like,
you know
I
what I'm saying?
know.
I'm an empty nester.
Empty
I'm trying to
nester
get
now,
my
yeah.
hands on. But yeah. You
Okay,
never
so
know.
I need to know how you found out first.
I found out through a client's
Social media?
friend. She brought a friend with her to get her hair done.
Okay.
She's like, "Oh, your hair," and I was like, "Oh, thank you. My friend gave me this."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, had this, that, and the third, and I'm friends with him and his wife. I said,
Oh. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, a real 7:30 crazy.
I was
Okay,
like,
so how was your response? Because I know you probably held it
So
together.
since I'm an actress now,
Yes.
I held it all the way together. Oops, I held it all the way together.
Yes. And then what? You called him right after, or what?
I ain't call him at all.
So you did that. You did that cutoff thing without explanation.
Cut is I cut. I never talked to him again.
But did he blow you up?
I guess so, but I
You blocked him.
didn't even block him. I don't believe in blocking. I believe in letting you see what I'm doing. I'm going to let you see my glow up. I'm going to let you see me doing good. Because you know what? I feel like when...
Did you give him some?
God, beforehand, not after.
Right, I know that part.
Right.
Dang.
But listen, after I believe that, you know, I'm not going to block anybody.
Right.
I want you to sit right there and watch me.
Just watch all of that.
Watch what God do for me.
Won't he do it? Pull
All the
it
way.
back on together.
Right.
No more
We
hot
gon-
muffin for you.
Okay.
Right.
No more.
No more
No
hot
more
muffin.
cookies for the
No more
cookie
cookies.
jar.
And he was getting big cookies. So everybody wasn't no bus. You know what I'm saying?
His loss. Now listen, we're going to talk about this some more a little bit later, but we've got that 7:30 crazy coming up for you after the break. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yes. Can I tell you?
Okay. All right. Ooh, I like this.
And here we go.
Call me crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says,
Why so serious?
Boy, you so crazy.
this station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. It's time for that 7:30 crazy. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
All right, for our my new listeners, the 7:30 crazy segment is I read you a story. Sometimes it has to do with relationships, sometimes it doesn't. But I read you a story, and you let me know whether you think it's 7:30 crazy, which is used to be a police code when they acting cray-cray out in them streets.
Right.
Okay, so you tell me if you think it's 7:30 crazy or not. You ready? This is from Fox News. A North Texas woman experienced a brief Christmas miracle earlier this week after a clerical error by her bank accidentally made her a multimillionaire for a day. Ruth Balloon was finishing up her shift at Roma Boots in Dallas when she decided to check her account, which she surprisingly found had an extra $37 million in it. After some deep breaths,
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay. Won't he do it? She told her husband about what happened.
Withdraw it all.
He told her to ask the bank about the deposit, which he knew was probably too good to be true. She reached out to the bank, who informed her it was due to a clerical error, and they apologized to her and took back the life-changing cash. The bank gave a statement to the outlet where they said the error had been addressed and it would have been caught and corrected during our evening processing. And then they talked about it basically was foreign currency, a clerical error. Following the error, Balloon says she wasn't going to try and keep the money, but hoped for a thank you reward for being a good customer and notifying the bank. Do you think, Royce, that it's 7:30 crazy that the bank didn't give her no coins?
7:30 crazy. I wouldn't say that because thing is, you know, in your heart of hearts, that ain't your money.
Okay.
That's true.
You know deep down that's not your money. There
Right.
wasn't no won't he do it moment.
Right. But don't you think the bank should have gave her some kind of reward?
Yes.
They told her thank you.
Because she could have withdrawn it
She could have.
and kept that cash.
And guess what?
What you think?
They'd have still been fighting with her to get that money back, but it was rightfully hers
Filed a
because
Chapter 7
right.
bankruptcy.
and $37 million and put it in a Swiss bank account and call it a day.
Oh, call it a day. Oh, listen, they would have had to give me some coins. I probably would have had to. Now, okay, back in my younger years, my early 20s.
It happened to me before with $108,000 at Bank of America. And I left Bank of America alone because I was like, this is not my money.
Right.
But guess what? Why they was trying to come after me for the money?
And that's not fair.
It's not.
That's
so
on
guess
them.
what? Since they was, if I could do it all over again,
You would have withdrawal.
The funny part
see
I hear
yours.
y'all talking about is y'all would have went and withdrew the money. So you telling me you would have went and filled out that withdrawal slip and put $37 million
And I want it
on there?
cash.
Okay. Okay. So in my
plan already.
in
I
my
want it
earlier
all
years,
cash. Get my money.
in my earlier years when I was out here broke as a joke, okay, broke,
Right.
I would have withdrawn just $9,000 and kept that for show, okay, because that's not going to be documented. $9,500.
Right. Under
That's
the
not gonna be-
10,000. Under the 10,000.
Yes.
Under the 10.
That's
Under
not
the
going to
10.
be
That's smart.
documented
That's smart.
for sure.
I ain't finna do it though.
Then
I'm
I
going
would've-
for the gusto because you gonna come after me full throttle.
No.
I'm coming. I want it all.
No, well, what I'm saying is I would have withdrawn that. I'm talking about my younger years now, not
Right.
now. I'm too convicted. I feel
Right.
bad.
I couldn't.
I would
Right.
listen. I done been. He done brought me through too much. I feel like he'd make me pay for it.
Yeah.
But my younger years, I would have withdrawn that $9,500 and stashed that. Then I would have withdrawn the rest, but that's all documented and stuff. So they
Right.
come, and if in the event they find a way to get it all back, I still got that 95 to
that's
do
right.
something with. But I couldn't do it now. I do think it's 7:30 crazy that they didn't give her some kind of reward.
What?
Because she didn't have to return it. She
Right.
didn't have to return it. I think it's just an act of grace. Like if I left a bag of money or some money or my purse,
Now,
and
I'm
they
more
return-
apt to return that.
Now, I'm
that
returning
I will,
that.
I'm returning that. I'm
I'm-
returning that.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
returning
sorry.
that.
I got to jump in, Cindy. You said
What?
she didn't have a choice. It was a digital era. They can eat. It ain't like the old days.
Listen, it's a digital
digital
area that
era.
somebody did.
They can take it right back out. And
But
be
they
done with it.
No,
didn't.
not if she had withdrawn it. So they wouldn't have caught it until the
Right.
night. They would have definitely caught it in the night.
Right.
I
They all-
worked at the bank.
They
I'm
will
tell-
all be
I'm
doing
telling you,
fair time,
I'm
Royce.
working at the bank.
Everybody be locked up.
Everybody.
Everybody be locked up. Cindy would be in federal prison braiding somebody's hair.
Well, listen, it would have been only in my early 20s, 18, 19, and 20. I would have got out at some point. But no.
Right. With
No.
that 37 million.
Oh, come on. No, but I couldn't do it now. But anyway, I still believe in giving some kind of gratitude. Thank you
Yes.
for being a good citizen.
Mhm.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to continue on our conversation with family, friends, and forgiveness. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yes. He said, y'all going to jail.
Sorry, Mama.
I ain't going to jail.
Sorry, Mama.
Right.
Hey, Tori. Hey, Janine. Hey, RC.
Don't be the first
Listen,
thing.
if you put it in there, it's mine.
It's
Okay? It's mine.
It belongs.
It belongs to me. Look, belongs.
Belongs.
It belongs
Belongs.
to me.
I know,
You
I
go
was
right
pressed.
ahead.
I'm like, yeah, here.
You know?
Oh yeah, now where it was for Christmas. I did the Walmart gift, not no Walmart grocery pickup.
Yes.
At home, and they put a $40 Xbox game in there that we didn't buy. I'm not keeping.
You keeping that
How
though?
you gonna keep $40?
But it's like the bank's fault. Yeah, they can track it because they know when they put that in that bag, they like, yo, this went in this bag. They're gonna come knock on that door.
Can we get that Xbox thing back?
You got an Xbox.
Well, anyway, I was like, that's got to go back. It's
Right.
got to go back. I didn't
Love you
care.
too.
But
Love you, soldier.
that's me now. I think, just being young, 17, 18, 19, I definitely would have kept it.
Listen, I was Bank of America had allowed somebody to put a check in with my fault. It wasn't even my name wasn't correctly on there, but they put it in my account, and I don't know. I think they had control of my account. It was somebody working in the bank.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Ooh. Yes.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away.
Right.
Someone
Right.
wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh,
Wow.
come on. Answer it already.
Right.
So you happy?
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, and then it was overdrawn.
Next time,
The next day?
ignore
The
your
next day
inner
it went
voice.
overdrawn?
Don't text and drive.
stay up on what's happening
Right,
here at
when they
Powe.
fix the
You got
error.
any shows?
Oh.
To help us
Oh, they was gonna get it back, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to
Right.
pay.
And that's the thing. Now, $37 million is different, but
Right.
if they had done it and it was a smaller one, they would have taken that back, and your account would have been overdrawn if you didn't have
Right.
enough, or they would have taken what what you had in
Listen, I feel like if you making them type of mistakes, that's on you.
That's on you.
there. Ooh, that person. If they didn't get that money back, that person would have.
37 million.
I'm ready. Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we are talking all things family, friends, and forgiveness with my guy, Uncle Royce. Say hey to the people again.
Good evening, good people.
And my
Good.
girl, Andrea.
Good evening. I need y'all to tune in right now.
That's right. And share. Share.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to bring up something in the news most recent. I don't really follow them that much, but since we're talking about family and all of that, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, have you heard that story, the breaking news?
No,
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened?
They are stepping back as senior members of the royal family and basically kind of stepping out on their own and
I ain't
learning
mad.
how to build their own empire or build their own.
And they can
financial-
do it.
I believe they can do it too. But do you think that, let's say that you were part of the royal family, right?
Uh-huh.
And you get married,
Uh-huh.
you love him to death,
Uh-huh.
but he is just not fitting in really well with the dynamics of being in a royal family. And you're okay with stepping away, but do you think that he would do that on his own, or he's doing it just for her?
I feel like because who their mother was, I think this is natural for him
Okay.
and for who he is. I don't think that, and I mean, they can always come back, right? I mean, because I'd be like, oh, yeah, bro, we gotta go back if they need us.
We can't make it.
Right. we got to go back if they need us. But for right now, let us go do us.
What do you think? What do you think about it?
My thing is, they have an estimated, like I said, $45 million private fortune to fund their new life. First of all,
So
hell
right.
no.
So they can do that. Like, I'm not against, even if they didn't have nothing.
You know
You
what?
are the prince.
Right. You gonna get hooked up.
You're
right?
gonna get hooked up anyway.
But
you know what I mean?
the fact that you have
No
that,
brainer.
not, I can step out on my own too.
exactly. And,
I ain't even got to do nothing else.
and let me tell y'all something else, though. Now, the Obamas got a $65 million advance for a book deal. So, them being the Royals, even if the Royals not effing with them like that,
Right.
they can bring in even more. So
Dang.
that's a huge thing for them to actually step out on that and do that. Even though, shoot, your family ain't effing with you, but, you
Right.
know, to step out on your own and actually do that and build your own empire.
Right.
But I don't think the
I ain't
family's
mad at
not
it.
fooling with them.
Well,
is
I
it?
think they were blindsided today, and I know that they
Yes.
removed their wax figure from the
Madame
family
Tussauds.
the family whatever display or whatever.
Yeah, the
Now,
Madame
that was a
Tussauds
big
display.
dramatic.
Yes, they did.
Why? But I mean, I mean, no disrespect, but whoever is doing the wax things at Madame Tussauds thing, I'm gonna need them to go look at the picture. I'm gonna need them to call me. Call me. I got you. I can help you make them people look like they supposed to. Because that one of Nicki Minaj,
Ooh. A mess? I don't remember it. I don't know if I.
she don't look like Nicki.
That booted out.
No, that booty didn't even look like Nicki.
I know, it looked a little deflated.
It was real deflated.
Call Andrea, y'all.
Right.
Oh,
Call me.
exactly. So speaking of family and relationships and forgiveness, what is your biggest, Royce, forgiveness, or that you probably should have forgiven
Mhm.
in a relationship you've been in to be able to move forward?
In a relationship I've been in, I said the biggest thing I probably could have forgiven,
Or had to forgive?
had to forgive. In the end, I had to forgive, like I said, my last relationship with my ex and all that went down with that. I had to forgive Well, I actually had to forgive myself for not knowing the red flags, but at the same time, I had to forgive for, I don't know, just not letting you heal for yourself, because you weren't healed when you got into your thing with me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to forgive that. I'm like, even though you took me through it.
Did you see? Okay, you can see the red flags when you look back, but looking back, did you recall yourself seeing red flags and being like, well, it'll work it out?
I was seeing red flags. I was trying so hard to be that man for baby, though. I was trying so hard. I don't want to put you through what the other men put you through, baby. I want to be different. I want everything you told me you went through. I want to show you I'm not that guy.
Right.
But we. So I had to actually forgive. I'm like, even though, like I said, I let you put me through, but I forgive you for that because you had your own thing.
Yeah.
I got through my thing, so I forgive you for, not getting through your thing and putting it on me.
Okay. What about you, Drea? Your biggest. Have you been married before?
It seemed like I was. Jesus.
Okay,
so I had to forgive my kid's father.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. In what
Because he
manner?
took me through hell. He kidnapped my kids, disappeared with them for 2 years.
Excuse
Cost
me?
me a whole lot of money. I paid $30,000 to get them back.
What? How old were they?
They were young. They were in 3rd grade when they left, and they were in 6th grade when they got back.
Did he ever say, I'm going to take my kids or anything like that?
Oh, he tried several times, but he wasn't. He was successful that last time because I wasn't in Wisconsin, and
Okay.
because of the different states have different laws.
Right.
They have different, and because I wouldn't speak to him,
Okay.
and I left him because you were cheating. I don't
Right.
do.
Right.
You do that over there. Go, have fun.
Right.
I don't need to be a part of that.
Right.
And I know who I am. And I
Right.
love
Mhm.
me.
Right.
I
If
love you
catch
too,
anything, I'm
Drea.
like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I don't, let me live my life. Don't restrict me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I had to forgive him for all of that.
How long did that take?
Years.
Mm-hmm.
That took years. Somebody that, was talking bad about you, had people thinking
Right.
that you was one
The
way and you
worst.
wasn't. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm still me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
Yes.
day, everybody looks at me like, oh, we're sorry. We thought that. Yeah, you thought wrong.
Right.
You thought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was acting crazy because I was missing my kids.
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
emotional. I'm a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother first.
Right.
God gave me that gift.
Right.
Right.
And I believe in doing that. But
Yeah.
I had to forgive him. And then he died.
What?
Oh.
So that's, and I told my kids, forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I forgave myself for my part in it because
Sure.
it takes 2.
I like that you said where you had to forgive yourself for your
Mhm.
part in it, because a lot of times in relationships, you might have someone where their hurt put on other people seems so much more grand than the other person's. For instance, if someone cheats, that's far more grand
Yes.
than something else.
Right.
But, we have some kind of contribution, whether it's we let them think that they could get away with this kind of thing
Correctly.
Right.
for this long, or we were being someone that we weren't just to stay in the relationship, or thinking that it would get better or change or evolve or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we want to go back to being who we really are, because
Right.
you can't keep up being someone else long term.
That is so true.
I think for me, I've had a couple people in relationships that I had to forgive. I was married once before in my early 20s, and I had to forgive I definitely had to forgive myself before I could forgive him,
Mm-hmm.
because a girl was angry. I wasn't bitter, but I was definitely angry with him.
Yeah.
And it was during our separation, because when I don't recommend separating from a marriage the way that I separated. At that particular time, I'm 25 maybe. None of my friends are married. I have no idea how any of this goes. We see our parents being married, and we don't know any of their business. We don't, we weren't in grown folk business,
Right,
Nope.
because we wasn't raised that way.
Right.
We got
So-
slapped down.
Right.
Sure was.
So we didn't know how they got through. We didn't know what their challenges were, and if we knew, we had some kind of suspicion that there were some challenges. We didn't know how they got through it and how they stayed together so long.
Right.
so when we separated, we had different places. And so I remember coming to him after we had been physically separate for maybe some months. And I'm thinking, I'm a communicator.
Yes.
I come to him and say, mind you, we're living separate lives. We're not doing it financially, everything. And I come to him out of respect and me being a communicator, and I say, I'm kind of getting to that point where I want a male companion and, might entertain someone else. And he was like, well, that's what I'm here for. And I was like, but not you, because we are completely separated. And once again, I wouldn't recommend doing it that way if you plan on getting back together. You're just kind of doing what you see the world do. And during that particular time, he never let his friends know why we went through our marital problems in the first place. And he didn't let them know that we are truly, truly separated. So when his friends saw me out, they would message him or call him and be upset with me, and he never had my back. Whereas I always had his back out in the streets. I never let his friends, his family, anybody know what he was really doing in our marriage. To this day, for the most part, except for if you're really, really close with me. And that made me angry.
Wow.
That made me angry. And but I had to, before I could forgive him for that, I did have to forgive myself for I was being someone that I wasn't. I am independent, I'm strong, I'm driven, and I was trying to mute that and be that, arm candy.
Why do we do that as women?
Yes.
Why do we do that as women? We kind of like deflate ourselves and make ourselves minute and small instead of letting ourselves be who we are.
Right.
Even if we're grandiose, whatever, I'm going to need you to come over here and fall in and protect this grandiose, my dude. Come on. You know what I'm saying? But why do we deflate ourselves? That's not what we should be doing.
I know. Royce?
Yes.
Have you ever been in a scenario where you needed someone to forgive you? Like you've in a relationship?
I have been in that scenario before, and crazy enough, it seems the more I become me, it's almost like I'm being punished for my light shining.
Okay.
So it's almost like you won't have that thing against me, so you don't want to give me that because you feel like I'm getting so much from the world.
Right.
It's like I had Uncle Royce saying a couple of days ago, I posted, when you're a person with a special light, you have to have someone that can actually allow you to shine that light the brightest. If you have someone you have to dim that light for, that's someone that shouldn't be in your light anyway. Because the thing is, people will come in your lighthouse, you let them in, they're attracted to it, then they try and smash all your bulbs. You don't need that.
And you know, it was the light that attracted you in the first place.
Right. But you know what? That light attracts people, and that they want to burn off that light. They want to get warm off that light. But they really don't like the light.
Yes.
They just there to get warm.
It shines their darkness.
Right. Or it's illuminating their way. And then they see, if they look in the mirror, they're like, oh, I look like that. Turn the light off.
Right.
Right. Because every...
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, every time you light up, it's going to be something of, okay, well, why did you do this? Or why are you so much like this? You need to be more like this. What you need to do, you lose yourself in that.
Royce, with your most recent breakup, do you feel like you've gone through the forgiveness part?
Yes.
But do you feel like you might have some baggage if you've gotten back into the big dating game and you like have that PTSD?
That PTSD. I would say I worked through that, and even as I was working through that time, that's when I blocked Syndy B. But really, I've taken the time to do the work. Because the thing is, like I said, no one deserves your baggage. And I feel in that place, I'm like, I'm open to what the universe has. I'm not going to sit back and be like, well, my past and this happened, this and the other. So thing is, I'm in a place where I feel like I'm not giving you no bags. I feel like I can give you the best me because I've gotten the best feedback and I'm even better. And I know what Royce can and can't do, and what Royce will and won't tolerate, and what Royce wants to be to you.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Drea, being a single woman and an empty nester? are your thoughts on women of a particular age seeming like they're carrying a lot of baggage, but they really, really want a relationship, but they don't realize the baggage and all the pressure that they're putting on the dating game and the dating life?
I feel like if they're not in a place of healing, if they don't want to, they have to know that they're the ones that they're the problem.
Do you
And
have
they
any
have to-
friends like that?
I
where
do.
You have to tell the truth.
I do, but and I don't. I have friends like that I have to tell, hey, this is what you need to do. You have to go to the root of the problem.
Right.
Kill the root. You destroy the problem and then fix yourself, because yourself has been affected by the root of that problem. If the problem is not totally you,
Right.
but you have to, and you have to look at yourself first. I check me all the time.
Yeah, it's hard though to be self-accountable. You know what I mean?
How? If you're in a
Not-
place
not
of
for
self
me, for someone like you.
right.
Right.
You have to go through a healing. If at my age,
Okay.
I'm about to be 48. My birthday is January 27th.
Yes.
And
My
your black
Cash
is
App
looking
is-
uncracked,
Okay.
I must say.
Basically.
Occur. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to be young for the rest of my life.
Oh, Godiva, goddess, yes, you are.
And
Oh.
48 and your kids is gone.
Gone.
You about to live your whole best life.
Oh, best life for real. Let me tell you something. I've gotten to a place where I had to learn to heal myself first, and I took 10 years off being celibate
Okay.
to heal me.
So you were celibate
I
for
had to
10
do-
years?
10 years.
Was that hard?
No. You said that's what you said. It wasn't. It really wasn't hard. The first 2 years was hard because I was in a relationship, but when I had to
Okay.
get rid of him
Right.
because I knew he wasn't
right.
for me.
Okay.
When you know these things, when you know and find out yourself, and you have to do. When I say you have to do the work, you got to do the work, and that means you got to cut it all the way back to when you were coming up as a kid.
Right.
As into why you are the person you are today.
Because you have to
Always talk about that
reintroduce yourself to
yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Also, I like what you said. You got to reintroduce yourself to yourself, because a lot of times our parents raise us to be who they want
Who they want
us
us to be, absolutely.
And by the time we become young adults, we don't even know who the hell we really are. We've been in so much autopilot.
Well, see, I figured that out in my 20s.
Okay.
So I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
who am I?
Right.
Who am I? And what am I going to do with my life? Because I wasn't happy. And I had to be happy. I had been through a
Absolutely.
lot. So I needed to be happy.
Because recently I was telling my mother, I was telling her, because she's a woman of a certain age now, so I was like, you're so, you know what, your identity's so tied to you raising people and being the wife and the mother, and even you raised your brothers and sisters like your own. You need to meet yourself.
Exactly.
Who are you, Jean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So listen, we've got that What Would Sensei coming up soon. And also, we are gonna step into family and forgiveness. If you have gone through broken family foundations, daddy gone or mama gone or sibling rivalry, and I want to talk about that, because a lot of our broken homes carry over into our adult life if we haven't done our steps to forgive them. So we're going to talk about that, as well as that What Would Sensei. When we come back, you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
You forgot the word. I know. I'm looking at him, smiling.
Right. I'm like, you forgot the words.
This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
So was that a yes? Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I got my brother in the building, your Uncle Royce. Say hey to the people.
Hey, hey, good people.
And I got my girl, Andrea, here. Say hey to the people.
Hey, y'all.
It is time for that What Would Sin Say, where we answer. Y'all slide in my DMs with these questions. What you got for me, Michael?
Yes. Question number one. What would Sin say? What do you think of my package? Oh, my bad.
You know what? You a hot mess.
But wait a minute. Why? Hold on. But listen, I've been on Snapchat lately, right?
Okay.
And they be hitting you with them?
Yo, I'm mad because I'm on Twitter like, y'all, I'm going to stay off of Snapchat for a little bit. But I need to know what y'all think y'all doing with these little itsy bitsy. Why you sending me
Be on a sausage party.
They be in my DM hard.
I can't take it.
And I be like, listen, that's not what we going to do.
Okay.
All right, well, here are the real Syndy B. What would Sin say questions. All right, question number one. Would you forgive your family member that told all your dirty business to your fiance that happened earlier in the relationship just to sabotage the wedding? I haven't done those things in a long time, and now I have to answer to my woman about the things that she heard.
Well, then you ain't. Go ahead.
Would you?
Oh, well, that's a rough one right there. I'm about forgiveness, but my thing is also family is family, but at the same time, I'm going to know, okay, like I got to answer all this. I got to straighten this out with wifey first, but thing is, you my family, so you're my family. I'm going to forgive you. I'm just not going to with you.
Okay. Dre, what you got to say?
that is out in the open. We gonna handle it. And if I catch you doing it again, you gonna be an ex.
Ooh. She said she's all about that cutoff. Okay.
Right.
Well, cousin somebody don't play.
But my cousins that told me trying to be messy, I ain't fooling with you either.
I cannot imagine. My cousins and I, we are very close.
Right.
I can't imagine. I could, not that I'm like this, because I'm not like this, but if I were trifling, and I made up a lie right in front of their face, they would just roll with it. Like, that's how tight our family is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's some underlying jealousy if someone's putting your business out there like that.
Yeah, that's just not good at all. Somebody puts your business out there.
Out to sabotage.
But they're out to sabotage for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that hate in between, family or not, no. No.
Pure underlying jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy, or they want to be with who you with.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 2.
Okay.
I cheated on my girl, but I feel she emotionally cheated on me with another guy. I want to work it out and think we were both wrong, but she feels because I had sex with someone else, I'm a dog. Now, I don't know what in the F I'm supposed to do at this point. Let's go, Royce.
With that right there now, as far as emotional cheating versus physical cheating, thing is, both of you cheated. And my thing is, how do you know? You said you feel she had an emotional affair. Like, so how do you actually know that? So it's like you're an eye for an eye. My thing is, like I said, cheating either way, physical or emotional, is cheating.
Yeah.
And it hurts. It stings. It just gets
A
to know
cheater
that
is
knife
always
is
a cheater.
twist in your
Unless
heart.
God just removes that from their heart.
Absolutely. You can twist that knife in your heart. So y'all need to have some deep get in there conversation with each other. Y'all signed up for better or worse. This the worst. So y'all need to talk that thing out, because different hurts hurt different ways.
I just feel like a cheater is a cheater, and God gonna have to remove that cheating. If his mama was a cheater, if his dad was a cheater, it's just, we not gonna continue that cycle.
The cheating gene.
What was this question? I'm sorry.
I cheated on my girl because she felt like I was emotionally cheating on her.
Okay.
But now I'm a dog because I went out and did somebody for real.
Okay.
He wanted to go cheat.
Yeah, basically, that's how I feel.
You want to dip your egg roll in that soy sauce.
Yes, next question.
Right. You okay, sis? Listen, y'all, I'm gonna come right back.
Got some dust in my throat.
Stay tuned.
Oh, dusty throat.
Dusty throat.
Hey, let's do this. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We still got about 4 or 5 more questions to go. Oh, dusty throat ass Syndy. When you say she ain't done radio in a long time, that's what it really means. She dusty as hell. We're going to blow this dust off. We'll be right back. It's the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. Right on Power 108.9. We'll be right back. Hey, we'll be right back. We're gonna continue what was Sensei right here on Power 108.9. Need some more?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I got that dust particle out my throat. And we are ready to continue with What Was Sin Say. What you got from Michael?
All right, so the next question. I love my wife completely and she feels the same way for me. After 11 years of marriage, she still is not ready to move forward with having kids. She knows how much I want kids, and she has never said a solid no, but seems to be dragging it along. I don't know how I can live the rest of my life with someone that seems selfish and not to give me something she knows I truly want, but also don't want her to do it and resent me. What should I do?
Dang, that's tough. Royce?
That's a tough one right there. I said, when y'all said I do, now you have to go back and did y'all have this conversation, like I said, from the jump about children.
Right.
Now you get into the marriage and things may change, but also, like I said, y'all are a team, so sometimes you have to go into the huddle and speak again on what y'all gonna
Tell
do.
the truth.
Because if the children are a deal breaker, you know you want that. You got to be true to yourself. But if it's not what she wants, then y'all gotta talk this thing out what y'all gonna do, because you don't want her to resent you, and you don't want to bring a child into the world with that resentment. So
Right.
I think y'all gotta have that difficult conversation.
That's tough. What you think, Drea? What you think?
Let me tell you something. And this is just me.
Okay.
But if we already got to the point where we're somebody is pressuring the marriage thing, right?
Okay.
Right.
Who's pressuring the kids thing?
Okay.
Like, what conversation did we have in because me, if I don't want kids, I don't want kids.
Right.
Right.
Period, point blank. And I might be like, I love you, but I don't want kids.
Right.
If I want kids, I'm be like, listen, I want kids. And when we gonna get it on that. I ain't talking
Right.
But
Pop that.
you know what I'm saying? Pop that. Pop that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
But this is it. How do you get into a relationship and have not had the communication?
Right. All those things up front before y'all say I do, because now you're in the thick of it, and
Right.
now y'all got to have that. What to do to that?
So
Right.
they were together how long? Married how long?
After 11 years of marriage.
Dang.
11
Oh, no.
years.
Right. Listen, no. What it was, let me tell you what that was.
Okay.
That was we gonna have some kids. I just want that person to be my spouse, my husband or my wife. We can wait for the kids. We just
got
learn.
time.
We got time.
I want
We
to
got
enjoy
time.
you.
And I want to enjoy you. But we going on these trips. We gonna buy a house. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. 11 years have now passed.
Right.
And now she's 53.
If she 53, they ain't having no
That
baby.
ain't
Them eggs are powdered. Bye.
Right.
I think
I ain't having no kids.
I do think that if the woman was tiptoeing around it and didn't come out and say, I don't want to have kids
Right.
before they married, and she tiptoed around it, I do think she needs to give that man some kids.
Right.
But if she
But you can't tell her what to do with
you
with
can't,
her body.
you can't. Or they.
Or
This is
she
when-
can't have kids.
One thing I know is that when a person has a desire to have children, it never goes away.
No.
Whether it's natural, adoption, whatever way they want to do it,
Right.
it never goes away.
That nurturing spirit.
But that's my
Exactly.
reason for not dating anybody younger, because I don't. That person needs to go on and have kids. I'm not having no more. I had mine.
Yes. That makes me think about Tammy Roman, her husband.
Reggie, yeah.
Yeah. He's doing good, I think, in terms of like the compromise. She did try at least and just couldn't from
Right.
what I recall.
Right.
She just couldn't. And then I guess he's going to be okay with it unless they adopt or
They
something.
got
I don't know.
IVF.
Right.
I thought that's what she did.
It
I
was.
don't know.
I think it was.
They got
Yeah.
IVF.
Okay, what you got?
Do you think a woman is trifling for not making sure her husband spends time with his kids and also pays child support?
Yes.
Oh, I'll go last on that one.
All the way 100% trifling. Yes. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. Yes. That's all I got to say. Dre, what you
You
got?
heard what Uncle Roy said. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Trife.
Okay.
If you're a woman and you got an issue with not, and your man has an issue, you know what I'm saying? It's saying I can't. She ain't gonna let me be. No, what you gonna call her? I got this.
Right.
We gonna spend time with these kids.
Thank you. I agree. So we all agree across the board. It's trifling for a woman or man, but women, a woman to be in a relationship, a committed relationship with her man who has children, and he's not spending the time that he should, and he's not paying child support. I think it's trifling, and to me, she's more low down than he is.
As hell.
Okay.
I am so frustrated with the toxic relationship I have with that blood family member. Not a gang, blood gang, a blood family.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Just a little clarification. I was raised in a family where family is everything, but this relationship is breaking me down, but I feel bad for wanting to distance myself. What should I do?
Ooh. That's kind of what we would talk about. We're going to have to take a break or what? So, yeah, let's just go on and talk about that one.
I said, let's jump into this one. Like I said, a toxic family member. My thing, toxic is toxic, family or not. They're your family, but if that thing is breaking you down, there is nothing wrong with distancing yourself and saving your sanity. Because you can lose yourself trying so hard to be all this to your family. And they family. But like I said, if that is draining you, you don't know what that can do for your mental health.
What if it was your brother or sister?
I said brother or sister. Still, we can be estranged. I'm sorry, because
what's the family over everything, though?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's a nice little cliche.
Right.
But sometimes family likes to make things about a competition. Like, well, I love mom more than you. I take care of this and the other. Like, we're all supposed to love the same. We running a race for who loves who the most.
Right.
No, you're not about to, like I said, drive me crazy and run me into the ground for being myself. I don't think so. So if you got to do that, I say save yourself.
Yeah. What you think, Drea?
I don't fool with toxic people.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Can I jump in on this one?
Because
I love the family conversations. It took me a long time to understand because, like you said, we're raised from the way our parents, from what they did, and family was everything for them. But as I got older and matured, and understood one thing: when I got married to my wife, she became my family.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
You're supposed to leave and cleave unto your spouse, and that all that other is other.
Yeah.
So now she's your wife, and that's your
That's
family.
your family.
That's my family,
and
right?
Your family,
Right.
You've created.
I love my brother. I love my sisters. I love my nieces and nephews and aunts and all that kind of stuff. They come first, though.
Right.
My family comes first.
Absolutely.
So if we decide, you know how it is. Your grandmama, she put the Thanksgiving dinner together, and everybody comes over there, or puts the Christmas party together, and everybody. If it comes to a point to where we say, you know what, we good on that.
Right.
We want to go on a cruise for Christmas. I don't have to feel. I'm not gonna feel guilty that I'm not there with y'all. So
exactly. I'm with my family on this cruise.
That's right. In terms of toxic relationships, I'm with you guys. Toxic is toxic, but I have only recently gotten there. Not probably maybe a couple years, struggled probably a year, because I used to think if that's your blood, like you just gotta chuck it up and just deal with it.
No.
That's how I used to feel. And
Syndy B, such a lady.
Right.
I try, but and it would literally break me down, tear me down, and I would continue. And I would never be friends with that person in real life. Like if they weren't my blood, I would never be friends with them.
Right.
I had to think about that. Like,
but you don't have a choice of who your family is and who your blood is, right? But you got a choice whether you need to go around them. You have a choice whether you can deal with them or not. You got a choice whether you talk to them. I choose who I talk to.
Yes. Well, I learned. I
get up to choose, and I choose every day to be happy, right?
Yeah.
And you have that
you have a choice.
Well, I got to the point when it was the last straw. Probably the last straw should have been years ago, but recently, probably the last year, it was the last final straw for me, and I came to the understanding where I cannot choose my biological family, but I
True.
can choose my family.
Oh, yes.
I have friends that are really close to me that I consider sisters,
Yes.
brothers,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
cousins, you know, and they're not my blood.
Exactly.
But-
Right, because the family you're born into and the family you create for yourself.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm here for that. So if you're listening, you have a toxic mother, father, brother, sister, cousin,
Let 'em go.
whomever it is, do not feel bad about distancing yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't have love for them in your heart, and maybe you wish that it could be better, but it's not.
To the left, to the left.
Keep it on.
It is what it is. Live your life. Find
Keep
your
it on
happy.
moving. Exactly.
To the left, to the left.
Exactly. So we're going to get back into our conversation of family, friends, and forgiveness when we come back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, you gotta cut them off there quick if they're toxic. Anybody toxic can kill you. Why would you allow somebody to kill you? That toxicity is just disgusting. Let them fix themselves and then come back.
Right.
Nigerian management says, should he be allowed to spend time if he don't pay child support? So if he don't pay child support and or financially taking care of his children, should he be still allowed to spend time? Yes, because I went through it. I went through that. Yes. I went through it. Because he felt like he's supposed to, have say about it. And fuck. But
Hey, Trixie.
I want all men to be men. I don't want to take that away. I need you to step up and be a man. You gonna spend time. You gonna do what you supposed to do.
Right,
and if you're
child needs
not,
to know you.
right. And if you're gonna be, but if he's toxic, no,
We gonna
he
talk
got
about this.
he gotta roll out. Guess who could be their daddy? God, Jesus. Okay.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets,
birthday is January
allowing
27th,
users to
1972.
stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Let me see you pop them things, shake them, do the brand.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I've got my brother, your favorite Uncle Royce in the building. Say hey.
Hey!
Hi. And I've got my girl Andrea in the building. Say hey to the people.
Hey y'all.
All right. We have a really, really great question from one of Andrea's listeners. Let
Night
us know,
Train
what she said.
Management ask, what if he don't pay child support or financially taking care of his children? Should he still be allowed to spend time?
Royce, as a man, I want to hear from you first.
Yes, I would say the child should know their father. If he's wanting to spend time with that child, I would say that's a good thing. But my thing is also there's a double-edged sword also.
And she said he's toxic.
Yeah, the thing. Oh, he's toxic.
Well, take the toxic part
Okay,
out.
we're taking toxic out,
'cause
okay.
We already know how that. Yeah.
But my thing is, you're not contributing to that child. Like I said, she's holding it down on her own. I can't say that you deserve a say, but spending time, like I said, knowing your child, like I said, putting that time in for that child to know you and not be wondering, well, where was daddy? You grow up with that stuff trying to find yourself, and that haunts you. I'll be for that. But as far as you having a say in, like I said, what goes on, and if she's throwing everything, nah, bro.
Right. Okay. Thoughts, Drea?
I went through it.
Okay.
I feel that I've always taught my kids to love their father because, well, their father. And to me, that's anybody could be a father, but it's not too many that could be dads.
Right.
Right.
That could be there to raise them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say you need to come see your kids. You need to talk to them. You when you get on the phone with them, don't question them about me. Talk to them. Figure out who they are.
Yes.
How, there's certain things that you need to do as a father. Even though it was a long distance relationship, come to town. You got it. Get there. Spend time with them on their terms.
Yeah, show up.
Show up and be that man I needed you to be for them, not for me.
Exactly.
Okay,
Dance with that baby.
But what about what she was saying was maybe he's spending time. Like, he's a present dad, but he's not paying the child support.
Okay, so that's a whole nother situation. If he is willing to spend time and he's willing to be that man that he needs to be for them, allow him.
Yes.
Allow him to be that man.
Yes.
Because if it's money, encourage him to go out there and go Uber. He could go. It's a lot of things he could do for money. And money doesn't sometimes replace that time, but bills need to be paid.
Yes.
And he needs to understand that he has to be a man and stand up to do that. So don't take that away from him by saying, "Oh, well, I'll catch it this time." No, you need to go out there and go get that because I'm hustling too.
Right,
Exactly.
Michael.
The question or comment, I'm gonna paraphrase it from social media. What is the message that you're teaching the kids when the father is irresponsible, but at the same time, you're praising him for doing something that he should be doing anyway?
That's a good good question or comment. Okay, so I'm a part of a co-parenting scenario. We have a really great co-parenting situation now, but it was not good, in the beginning. I say maybe the first 2.5 years of my son's life. But I made a commitment because I knew that I can't change anybody else.
Right.
But I always feel like you can't fight by yourself. So I'm not going to give you anything to fight me with. But I do believe in black and white. I believe in legal documentation, whether you're getting along or not.
Right.
Because I do. It's great if you can work it out, and there's some people who are able to do that. But to me, it's not many that can do that for the long term. So you might be able to do it because you're both single, and then here come your significant other, and then that changes the game, and you have no black and white. And in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, if you don't have that legitimizing completed and a court order, the father has no rights to the child.
That's true.
If you're not married. Now, if you were married, that's different. The mom and dad have the same.
And God forbid you're in different states. Because interstate is crazy.
There.
It's pure hell. But getting to answer that question, that I'm not praising you for something you're supposed to be already doing. I'm not praising you for that.
Right.
You're supposed to be the man, Royce. You're the man that I need you to be. I don't have to I'm going to praise you regardless, but I don't have to praise you. You don't have to praise me for being a good woman because that's what I'm supposed to be.
That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I want a little acknowledgement for the things that
I'm going to acknowledge you, but there's no praise going out for something.
Not of being a good mom, but being a good co-parent.
Thank you.
That's
true.
I honestly would like some acknowledgement every now and then.
A little high five.
Just
a little
like,
high five.
Just thank you.
But I feel like we can high five it together. Be like, hey, you know what? Good
that
job.
Too.
Right.
That
you did
too.
This,
like we
this,
doing
and
this.
The third.
Yeah, that too.
But I don't need to. I don't need to say, hey.
Right.
I just love the way. I don't need to gloat over you. I'm not telling my kids, yo, you could be irresponsible and still get praise.
and that goes
Hell no. That ain't happening.
This is how
you
I
could be
feel.
irresponsible and get your behind whooped.
This is how I feel in terms of the social media comment. I think that you just don't say anything. Just do what you're supposed to do and stay out of all of the, legalities when it comes to your children. If they're not paying child support, but they're an active parent, then just carry on. Because I do feel like as a woman or as a man, you should be financially taking care of your child regardless.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Now, let me not act like, because I was not always like that.
All right now.
I was not always like that. Like I said, I don't remember what age I was with Isaiah, but nonetheless, my attorney got me together. My attorney got me all the way together. And even though he represented me very well, and I love the way our court order is, he basically said he's really not that bad of a guy. Like, not that he knew him personally. He just was like, he may have not been a great partner.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that he'll be a terrible dad. You know, and so he kind of coached me along, and he was in a co-parenting scenario and all of that. And he really gave me the tools that I needed to really move forward in a way.
I had no one to do that for me. I had no one to. I grew up with my mother and my father. Okay. I grew up with my aunts and my uncles. I grew up with seeing how men are supposed to treat women.
Right. You had the examples.
And I had great examples. So if you failed at that example, you wasn't getting past, like, you could be right here, and I would never acknowledge you. What for? I don't need to. You're a waste of time.
What
Move.
Do you feel about? Well, you guys kind of answered it. I saw a scenario, many scenarios, where, and I've had, in the past, family members tell me, well, if child support is not in place, then he shouldn't see the child. I'm just like,
mine. Okay, so this is the thing. Mine died owing $150,000 in child support. How do you get? Who cares about the child support? Right. My kids live every day.
Right.
I have to take care of them every day.
Right.
Forget at this point, child support to me is a joke.
Right.
For real, it's a joke. Like, what? You didn't help me. I helped myself. My hands. God. God was a daddy at times, at a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times.
But I told him, I was like, yo, love your father. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right. I have a problem with one thing, even with the challenges that we had with the whole co-parenting thing in the beginning. And I think that when one person wants to be with the other person, sometimes they try to control what's going on in the other house.
Yes.
And he tried that too.
Yeah. And so I think that, I just learned early on, I learned that real quick, probably within the first couple months, that I don't have to entertain it.
No, you don't.
And you can't argue by yourself.
Right.
And with that black and white in the beginning, we just didn't have to communicate because Isaiah was so small. Whatever this paperwork say, that's what we gonna do.
Guess what? Mine didn't care about paperwork.
Now that's not right.
Like,
guess what? He went and changed some of the paperwork. It was stuff crossed out, and he governed himself. He didn't believe in
that's someone that doesn't respect boundaries.
No, he doesn't respect authority.
Dang.
So therefore, it didn't matter about paperwork.
Y'all are educating me tonight. Lord,
listen.
I'm on the learning tree.
Let me tell you something. I have middle age, like mid 40s, maybe going to 50s, where they have one child and they want another one, and they'll say, I know someone who will give me one. We dated. I'm like, don't do it because it sounds good. And
that's a selfish move.
When that baby is here, it all changes.
Right.
Oh, gosh, I actually know someone that was actually in that situation. They made an agreement to have children. So, like I said, one of my homeboys. So he said, we don't want to get married. We made this agreement. So then now they're all together and looking like a family. So now she wants to make that legit.
Official. Dang.
Right. So I was like,
it's about to be a problem.
Like, well, what are you going to
do?
She
bamboozled.
She thought the baby was going to make want to connect.
And you had two of them.
Right.
Yeah, she thought two.
Listen, some of them had 6.
Like, God dang.
Oh, my God.
Some had 6.
I'm like, you fell for that?
My kids is by the same daddy. But he ain't with you.
He's not with you.
And you want to be.
Right. And you want to be with him and he don't want to be with you.
I think I do think that it's wrong, whether it's the woman or the mother or the father, to talk poorly about the other person, no matter whatever they were to you in a relationship, or if they lived the life that you don't think is whatever.
Right.
I think it is poor to talk about the other parent in front or around the child or come
That's
off.
true.
Or
Don't do
come
it.
off.
Don't do it in front of the kids.
No.
Do not do it in front of the kids. But
Because, because it makes them feel like they need to choose or they feel uncomfortable or they might lie to make you feel better. They're trying to comfort you and they doggone a youngin'.
Exactly. And my thing is also children, they're intuitive. So if that parent is not up to par, they will pick up on it. You don't have to put this in a child's head.
But you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know. Mine loved his dirty draws. He couldn't do no wrong. He could never come up with nothing. So mama had to always come and get what they needed. And be mad at me if I couldn't do it.
That part.
Oh.
I'm not here for that. How you like this conversation?
That'd be the right. That'll be the that's the
planning
part.
for kids soon.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm mama always.
So listen. No, you didn't answer the question. I want to know how did you feel about this dramatic? This is a lot
about this conversation because I don't have experience in it, but this actually to be around. But I have so many friends to go through it, so I'm always feeling like I'm on the learning tree and like, oh my gosh, all this is going on.
Pay attention to it.
I said absolutely because I want my little ones one day when the time is right, but
and it has to be with the right person.
Absolutely.
You got to have the right person, and y'all got to build together, grow together, and stay together, and pray together.
Exactly.
And build that thing is in that foundation. However you build that foundation, make sure that it's so strong that if anything come through to blow it down, it won't even move.
It will shook it, but it shall
right.
not.
Right.
It will be right back in there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
shook it.
Right.
Shook it.
Shook it. Shook it.
So listen, when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with family, friends, and forgiveness. When we come back, you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we are talking all things family, friends, and forgiveness with my brother, your favorite Uncle Royce. Say hey.
Hello.
And my girl Andrea. Say hey to the people.
Hey, y'all.
Okay, so I have a question for you all.
Yeah.
How would your friends describe you?
How would my friends describe me? Oh gosh, my friends definitely know I'm an introverted person. People find it hard to believe because when I'm in the light, I'm different. But like I said, usually, I'm the person. My friends know not to call me. You need to text me first.
Yes.
But also, my friends know that I'm very intuitive. No matter what happens, they know I'm down for them. I'm there for them. They need me. Even if I feel like something is not right with them, I have that kind of sense to reach out and be like, yo, you good? What's going on? So, yes, my friends actually know that I'm down for them. They also know that I'm the type of person that doesn't like to be bothered. And also, kind of, if I'm going through something, let me come to you with it. Don't ask me.
So I got a question. So what if you have that friend that's like, how do you let your friend pull you out if you're like in a funk?
I see, if I'm in a funk, usually if I come around, I'm the type of person, my friends know that I will come around eventually to talk about it, but I have to sit with it and be with it for a moment before I can actually speak to you. I'm always like in my head having to sit with it, knowing, okay, I have to get this out. So my friends kind of know that he's going to talk to me when he's ready.
Okay.
So
what
I
if
appreciate
ready
that.
is too long?
Ready is too long. Usually with me, I wouldn't say it's too long.
Okay.
So probably give me about a good 48-hour window.
Oh, okay. I'm like a couple weeks. I'm gonna come knocking on your door. Okay.
You will. I know.
Yes, I will. I'm like, okay. Then you got about this amount of time before I come showing up somewhere, calling family members and calling around. On
Royce,
you.
where you at?
Yes, you
what
will.
You doing?
Okay. Okay, Drea.
Yeah.
What kind of friend are you? What would your friends say about you?
I'm that friend that you might not see every day. You might not talk to me every day. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like, I work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard. Right. Heart. Right. with a T at the end. But if we gotta be on the battlefield, I'm that friend that's with you.
Bam.
I'm on the battlefield with my friends. Like, I go to war with my friends. Like, what's up? You ready to? You gotta be.
What is we gonna do?
No, and usually it ain't even what are we gonna do. Them over there, and I'm already over there.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Well, this is what we not gonna do. But I'm that friend that's just like, listen. People call me and be like, okay, this is what's going on. I got this going on. I'm going through this, that, and the third. And I'm like, look, all right, what we gonna do? What we gotta do? We gotta do this. We gotta do that. Let's sit down. Let's think this out. You could come cry on my shoulders. You sleep on my couch, the back couch, not the front. But
that's the nice couch,
right? Not the front couch, the back couch. But it's not an issue. We need to go take a ride, and I'm that girl. I got a Thelma, and I'm the Weeze. You know what I'm saying? I got a Thelma. We need to go steal the car back. Let's go. And I'm a driver. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it firsthand. Andrea will be by your side and down for you.
Yes, that's just the type person I am. Like, you can't be with me and something going down. I'm not leaving you.
Oh, if you leave me and you my friend, now
you're not my friend.
Yeah, my friend.
I cannot. You got to have backbone to be my friend.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You have to have backbone. I'm not saying you have to be like me. I'm like you. I will. I mean, I have pulled up with the hoodies on and
right.
Banged on this girl's door that was she was supposed to be friends with my friend and slept with her man and post up in her house and everything. Like, I'm that friend.
Right.
I have gone to birthday parties with the combat boots on, everything.
Right.
Defending my friends. Now, I'm a rider.
Right.
I'm very loyal.
Very.
I think my friends would say, about me, I'm just a genuine person. It is what it is with me.
Absolutely.
Like, I am a giver. I will take on my friends' problems like they're my own.
I had to learn to stop doing that, though.
I'm okay with that.
I'm a total giver. I'm a total giver.
What I'm not okay with now is taking on my friends' problems when it could have been resolved already.
Right.
And now I'm out here fighting, and you ain't. I'm fighting for you.
I'm fighting for you.
Yes.
Because that's one of my things also. I'm the type, something happens to me, I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm good on that.
Right.
Something happened to my people, I'm ready to pull up. You got them. Like I said, all that gutter comes out of me.
Yes.
I said, go to my page to see my gutter.
That's
but all
right.
the gutter comes out of me, all that you wouldn't expect.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to see another side that I don't like to come out about my people.
Yes.
Right.
And so
Andrea come out.
Yeah, that part. And you know, I will fight for my friends. But what I and I've told my friends recently, there was a scenario not even that long ago, maybe a couple years ago, and I found myself, it was not my problem, and I told them, y'all need to just back away, just leave it alone, like just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, leave it alone, it's just leave it alone. I don't know how many times I said that.
Right.
And then a scenario happened. I can't remember what it was, but the scenario happened, and I was like, dang, now it's gone to another level.
Mm-hmm.
We have mutual friends. We go to this birthday party, and I come prepared because I don't really know how it's going to go down. And then at the end of the night, I find myself the one all over the place defending, ready to, and I'm just like, and I turn around, and the men have ushered their wives out, and I'm the last one standing. And that was the last time. I said, I told y'all to leave the scenario alone. You didn't. And it escalated to a point that was ridiculous from where it really started from.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out here fighting for y'all, and y'all ain't nowhere to be found.
Right.
Oh, hell no. And I said, I will never do that again. I will never. I'll fight for something that means something, but not for no petty stuff.
Right.
Yeah, not for no mess, yeah.
No,
Right.
I don't do mess.
And y'all
I
gone?
don't do mess.
Okay. Because it was too much.
Sometimes I'll be like, listen here, now you know you want some. I have to. I'm also that friend, this voice of reason, and I'll be like,
right.
You know you wrong as hell.
Okay.
Now look, now you know you was wrong.
Right.
I'm not gonna embarrass you in front of everybody, but I'm gonna put you to the side.
Right.
That's
Right. And I'll be like, and
That's
and I'm that friend, and I'll pray for them. I'll pray for you.
Oh yeah.
I will. You know, people. I'll be like, listen, I gotta pray for you because this is not the way you're supposed to be going. I'm not gonna let my friend go down the wrong road. I'm not gonna let my friend go in that pothole. I see the pothole right there, and you headed right for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull you to the side and be like, listen, you see this pothole right here? Don't go in this pothole. Now, if you choose to leave my side and go in that pothole, I'm gonna let you sit there. I'm gonna come back.
I was gonna say I've had a few scenarios with my friends,
Yeah.
and you know I've lived life, and I've had scenarios at a young age, and so I'm been past that, so I see the signs before it happens, and I'll give them a warning and be like, let me tell you what's gonna happen, X, Y, Z, or let me tell you what's really going on that you're not telling me.
Right.
All right, and I'll say this is it, and I'll know that they're still gonna go.
Right.
I can see it. I know they're still going to go down that path, but I've said what I said, and I just leave it alone.
Because my thing is, I know you're going to do what you want to do anyway, but I'm just telling you what this is. Because you know they're going to go down that path.
Yes, I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't at least say that this is not right.
Right.
Exactly.
If you didn't throw it out there to them, you wouldn't be a good friend.
Like, for prime example, I have a really close friend that was dating someone that was married that she knew was married. And now he done fed her all this stuff, you know, like this and that is going on at home and is not happy and all that BS.
Exactly.
Right. But and she told me the scenario, and she was just adamant, like he was not going to be with her and etc. So I let her talk, and I said, okay, I would not be me, and I would not be your friend if I didn't say, cut it out.
Right.
Like, don't do it. Pull away, because you know how hurt you were in your relationship when your guy cheated, you know? And so I don't care what he's saying to you. At the end of the night, you know he's going back home. I don't care if he says he's sleeping on the couch. You know he ain't doing that.
Exactly. Right. And all the coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Right.
That's all you got. Coulda,
he's
woulda,
sleeping
shoulda.
with her.
And I told her what I don't want to happen is for you to plant. Exactly. What I don't want you to want to happen to you is you to be planting these seeds that you got to pay for, and you start paying for it during the prime of your life.
Because karma got everybody address.
Listen.
Yes.
And
With no expiration date.
Right. People
So-
come around and be like, listen, your turn.
Like, hey, boo.
Right. How you doing?
Do you all allow your friends to have weight in your decisions that you make?
Depending on the friend, it really depends on if that friend of mine has a gift, a God discerning gift.
Say that. Yes.
That is the only time they got, like, I have mentors. I feel like you need a coach for everything.
Right.
So my mentors, my friends, they like my family.
Right.
You got that God discerning gift. God is gonna bring me that message that I need at that moment
Right.
to get over this hurdle. That's it.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's weight. And that's heavy weight for me. I got heavy weights.
Yeah.
So I always want to be in God's will.
Mhm.
Like, I don't ever want to really step out of His will when I'm doing stuff. Because
Right.
when I step
Right.
out, it ain't never right. It's always
What about you? Do you let your friends have weight in your decisions?
With me, like I said, the certain friends that I present my decisions to, I know they're going to give me their opinion. Like Syndy B, for example. Like, I know if I present it to you, I pretty much know. I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of the reason I presented it to you, to bounce it off of you. So
Right.
I'm definitely giving you an option because I respect your opinion and I know you're looking out for my best interest. And I
Right.
may not always
Right.
see that because I want to do this now, but I have to look at both sides and have someone, okay, well, there is a point, especially with a friend with some great sense.
Sure.
So, yes, absolutely.
I do. I have everyone who knows me knows my closest person that I will almost tell almost anything to, and that's Rachel, RJ. Everyone knows her by RJ. I know that when I bring something to her, she already knows that I have thought about it, I have processed it, I have, and I need some input, some insight, some guidance or something. But I also know when you say that what did you call it? Spiritual? What did you-
God's discernment.
Yes.
They
Discernment,
got
yes.
that.
She really has that, and I cannot explain it. You have
Mhm.
to.
You
I
know
can tell.
it.
I can tell you someone that knows that. You
Yeah.
know, but when someone has that, and I know that she loves me,
Right.
and I know that she's coming from a place of wisdom and understanding and experience, and she has my best interest at heart. Do I always listen? A lot of times I do, but if I feel like something that won't really work for me, but I'll take it like, okay, that won't work for me, but how can I, use what what you told me to,
Yes.
Exactly. How can I put that in the sauce?
Right. And she's one of those that can really talk to me. I remember talking to her one day. We were out, and I can't remember what she said to me. And I'm not a breakdown crier kind of person, but in this particular, and I'm not even really with her like that. But this particular scenario, I was holding a lot of weight. So when you've gone through life and you've had challenge after challenge after challenge, and now I'm in my marriage, and I'm with my children, and I have my career, and everything is going right, and I'm like, I'm holding this feeling like, when is the blow coming? Because you've had challenge pretty much all my life,
Yes.
And so she asked me something. I just broke down crying because I've been carrying that thought in my mind and just trying to pray it out. And she said, and she can say this to me. She said to me, first, she said, let me tell you something. I'm proud of you. You are moving in the right direction. You keep on, et cetera, that whole thing.
Yes.
But she said, but I don't feel sorry for you. She said, we all have to pay our dues. But
That's true.
But she can say that to me. Maybe someone else maybe couldn't.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she can say that to me because I know where it's coming from, and I know, and she can talk to me straight like that.
Yeah.
But she's also going to leave me with some good discernment, some good insight,
Right.
and things like that. So when we come back, I want everyone to know where we can find where you guys can find us on social media. You all know where I am, but my guests, if you haven't found them already during these last couple of hours, and we're going to wrap this thing up. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
The Unbroken experience with Syndy B.
Who did this? Who did this track?
Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much. What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. You know that you go slow. Low at your mother, you crazy.
Hey,
you know
baby.
crazy like the 730 crazy. You know this is supposed to be like. It's a come through, help you out. This is what it is, cause you know you need it right now. You were tuned to the back of the bed. From the east to the west, and she hold it down. This is Syndy B.
You want to go online? JIJ167. He wants to go online live. I don't know how to do that.
They can share your watch.
Oh, we can watch. No. Right. Tell you something. I had to get off that Snapchat. I was just
I'm not on
like,
Snapchat.
you
Are you
got
some crackers?
Huh? Oh, you need some crackers? Listen, they was doing something real crazy on Snap. I was like, why am I getting all these chats? and
Welcome
messages?
back. You're listening
crazy.
to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we have had a great 2 hours of talking about, yes,
Coach
forgiveness.
just chimed in.
Hey,
Coach said
baby
hot track.
daddy.
Who paid for that?
Bro.
Hey.
That was a hot track. That was a real hot track.
We played this track. I sent it to him. He was watching watching whatever game with Ray, and I sent it to him. Hey, I sent it to him, and they were like, "That's fire." Ray called. He was like, "I listened to all the radio, Big Tigger, blah 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 blah." He was like, "You have the hottest intro
You
out
do.
there right
You
now."
do. You
And
do.
he's
You
not.
do.
He's not a gas me up kind of person. He ain't a gas me up. He's not like that. So I was like, okay then, okay.
Right.
Royce, tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Yes, you can find me at the Royce Morgan on Instagram. Now, I do want to warn you, I am very myself on my page. So you come in, shop around, and you
Yes.
can take the heat. I'm glad to have you. If you cannot understand, be blessed.
If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. Andrea, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can find me at Ms. MS dot ANDREA Powe, Miss Andrea Powe.
Yes.
That's how you pronounce it. It's not Pow, it's Powe.
Po, po, po.
Pa-pow.
Right. It's Andrea Powe. And my other page is Drea's Roses. So I kind of go off 2 pages because they tell me I need another, and they say I need another page. I hate that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
But yes, y'all can find me on there, and I run my page like my house. You act up, you gonna
Blockity
get.
block.
No, and I don't block people.
Oh, that's right. You want them to see.
No,
So what
right.
you do?
Listen,
Tell
let me
them
tell you
about
something.
themselves? Okay.
They gonna block themselves.
Block
You
your
gonna
blessings.
Listen, you block your blessings because I'm always sharing something of some kind of information to help somebody. I'm out here
do that.
to help.
You do.
I'm not a person to, that's tearing people
Secretive,
down.
yeah. Oh,
Or,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm not that way.
Mm-mm.
So I feel like if we're not uplifting each other, what are we here for?
Right.
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 You know what I mean? We gotta uplift each other. So follow me. I'll follow you back. I'm not like that. I'm not one of them people. And I need my hair done. Love you. Well, you gotta come. You gotta call me.
So make sure you all follow them on social media. You will definitely be entertained for show. And Royce, can I tell them what we got planned in February or no?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, you can let me in a
What
little
y'all
bit.
got planned in February?
A little bit. A little bit.
So, Mr. Royce, Uncle Royce, is going to be joining me as one of my guest co-hosts come February.
Congratulations, bro!
So we just wanted to give you a little taste.
I'm coming.
You are funny. Really?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, what
Yo,
is
Michael
happening?
McFadden.
What is happening right now?
Oh, we done went
Okay.
Too
haywire.
excited. Just too
I
excited.
got really excited.
I'm really excited. We're going to really do our
What's the
thing.
date?
Whatever the first Thursday in February is.
Yes, it's
I'm
coming.
sorry.
Yes, it's coming. So anyway, you all know that you can find me on social media on Instagram at the Syndy B, Spell my name right, Syndy, okay? And you can find me on Facebook, Syndy Buchanan, my business page, The Syndy B, thesyndyb.com. It's easy. I make it easy for you. And you make sure that you tune in every single Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I'm so glad to be back with you all, and I will see you next week. Ciao.
Yeah. The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much. What is wrong with